Oh! Pardon me. Goodness. Pardon me. Welcome back to the show. I think we got a pretty good show tonight.
Looks like a good one.
I think so. Charles Grodin is our first guest, and then coach of the New York Knicks, Rick Pitino, and Michelle Schock singing Anchorage, a song
that you wrote.
Yeah. And when I recorded it, it went nowhere. For her, it's a big hit. Our first guest is an accomplished actor whose films include The Heartbreak Kid and also Heaven Can Wait. His most recent film, co-starring with Robert De Niro, was Midnight Run. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the always effervescent Charles Grodin. Charles. Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Do you consider Pat Sajak a threat?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Well, why would you invite me on then?
Because I think that proves what I said. We'll take on a handicap, and I think we can still win.
No, the reason I asked that is I haven't, what you're saying proves my point. I haven't actually been asked to be on this show other than as a last-minute replacement.
Oh, that's not true. Please don't even say that. Because we think
and after Pat Sajak came on with a lot of publicity, suddenly they called and said, "All right, let's bring him out," because you know if I come out, it's going to be unpleasant for you.
No, I don't assume that it's going to be unpleasant.
It will be.
You think so?
Yeah. And I have to assume there must be some feeling of you're feeling threatened, because why would
you're
they?
Nuts.
No.
Because I've known you or have been acquainted with you for a long time. We did The Tonight Show years and years and years ago when I hosted that show.
You remember? I don't think so. I never did. You never hosted
No.
Tonight Show when I was on.
And I always enjoyed you then, and I've always enjoyed your work.
Well, then why have I always been called as a last-minute replacement until Pat Sajak came on, and now I say, well, maybe we should get him and take a chance.
You know, I don't want this to get ugly, but you're just plain delusional.
No, I don't think so. Let's say you're right. Let's say you're right. Why, when I came in tonight and tried to go into makeup, they said you had the makeup room from 5 to 5:30, which is the time you do that. Why are you in makeup for a half hour?
I have little things I do in there.
You got Brill cream or something?
No, I don't have Brill cream. There are little things I like to do in there.
For 30 minutes, and the rest of the guests are in these little closets waiting to get in.
Yeah, but a pro like you, do you really need makeup?
I have no makeup on, but you got 30 minutes worth of makeup on there.
Yeah, it's a special at Earl Scheib. But you could do this show in your socks, pal.
No, I have my socks.
Well, good. See, that's I rest my case. Now, anyway, Charles, I was reading here. I guess this is Weekly Variety. This is the Show Business Bible, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. And it says here, referring to you and Robert De Niro in Midnight Run, it says here that Charles Grodin deserves an Oscar nomination. Kathleen Carroll, New York Daily News. Congratulations. I think that would be... I know this is an unfair question, but do you feel like you do deserve an Oscar for that?
Do you feel like I deserve an Oscar?
Well,
have you seen the picture?
No.
You haven't seen the picture?
I haven't seen it.
You probably heard it was too good and it would upset you to see it.
You know, the truth...
Well, what about that introduction and also Charles Grodin? You obviously don't think I deserve even to be here.
No,
I heard that, and also...
Are you having trouble at home?
Are you married?
No.
No.
I was once for 10 years.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I don't think you were married.
I was married for 10 years.
Oh, that's right. I read the book about you. That's right. That was a long time ago.
I made this poor woman miserable for at least two-thirds of that
In your adult life, you've never made a woman married.
I was married as an adult.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 21. What now? Don't make that little face there.
Well, that's a big face. That's not a little face. Everything you do is to diminish. What you did to Harrison Ford's nose, everything you do is like that.
But I mean, have you ever sat that close to a screen?
You know how much Harrison Ford gets paid to be up there on the screen?
Well, I'm not saying he...
His nose is all right, believe me.
If you actually put a rule to it, I'll bet it was 3 feet. Anyway... now you've been nominated for Academy Awards before, right? For Heartbreak Kid and for Heaven Can Wait.
No, I've never been nominated. You know I've never been nominated. But
those films were nominated, weren't they? Didn't they get a lot of nominations? Heaven Can Wait and Heartbreak Kid. Did they receive nominations?
Heartbreak Kid and Heaven Can Wait got 13 nominations between them.
So you must have had something there, like supporting.
I never got nominated. No.
Well, this nomination, I mean, if you get this nomination.
Why haven't you seen Midnight Run?
To tell you the truth, I tried to see it this summer at a theater near me, and it was always so crowded I couldn't get in.
Yeah, but a guy like you must be invited to all kinds of private screenings.
No.
No.
No. But I will see it as soon as, you
It's
know.
not playing.
It'll be on an airplane or something, won't it?
All right, it will be on that.
But people who I respect said that it was great and that you stole the film from De Niro.
Do you have friends? No, when you say people you respect, who would that be?
Just people.
Who do you respect? Because watching this show, you wouldn't get the feeling you have any respect for anyone.
Oh, please.
Who would you respect? I saw Albert Finney come out here once. There isn't anybody a better actor than Albert Finney, and you treated him like he was Charles Grodin.
No.
Now, why is that? Why don't you ever... You're not in awe of anyone, are you? That's why you're successful.
Of course I'm in awe, and I guess what it is just a front to hide my insecurity.
Is that what it is? You're insecure?
That's a guess, sure.
Well, given that, then I'll behave differently.
There's nobody more insecure about life than me.
Oh, then I'm sorry.
I got a fistful of problems.
Really? Then?
I ain't exactly Cinderella, you know.
Well, then I'm gonna behave differently too. Go ahead, ask a question. I'll be different.
We have to go to a commercial.
Well, see that? Now you don't know what to do.
We'll be back here and see if Charles is still with us. Archie Bell and the Drells from Houston, Texas.
Exactly.
Thank you
exactly.
very much.
Tighten it up.
Tighten up. So anyway, you may get the nomination. That would be great. You deserve it. You're a terrific actor. Great sense of comedy, great timing, great presence. I hope it works out.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. And you've been in neat little films, too, don't you think? Really funny, nicely done films.
Neat little films?
Well, like Heartbreak Kid. I don't think that was a blockbuster, but it was very entertaining and very well done, I thought. Maybe it was a blockbuster, was it?
It was actually a blockbuster, yeah.
See, that's one of those rare cases when something of high quality is also
a blockbuster.
What was it like? Did we talk about you working with De Niro when you were here before? Did you guys become close?
No. Yes. Yes.
Became close?
Yes, did we talk about it?
Yes, did we talk about it?
I don't know. I don't remember what we talked about. When was I last here before?
I don't know.
I don't even remember you. You said you hosted the Tonight Show. I don't remember
years ago.
at all.
That was in the 70s. Yeah. Remember that? And you came up to me. I remember I asked you once, I said, did you really see Sybil Shepherd naked? Was that who it was? Sybil Shepherd?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Who I've seen naked?
No, never mind. So anyway, tell me about this article you wrote for Premier Magazine.
I wrote an article for Premier
Magazine.
Right.
And it's about how...
I don't want to tell you a story. I see what you do when people tell stories. You make faces. You, do takes to the audience. I'm not going to do that. That's why I don't do that.
I won't make any faces. I won't do anything. I'll just sit here quietly.
Premier Magazine asked me to write an article about roles I've played in pictures and how I'm not like those roles, and they paid me $500,000.
For an article?
Yeah, it took me a day to write it.
A day to write it? You made $500,000 in one day?
That was net, yes. It was actually $750 gross, yeah. What do you make for tonight?
What is the subscription? I mean, is it that widely read?
It's international. It's like a blockbuster magazine. What kind of money do you make in a job like this?
I get by, I get by.
You own a piece of the show?
No, I don't own a piece.
Come on.
No, I don't.
Come on.
No.
Did I hear somewhere where they're talking about making movies with you?
No, you didn't hear that.
I did. I read that in the paper.
No.
Wasn't it Disney?
No, nobody.
Somebody Disney makes people movies too, but they're talking about. They think you're going to be in a cartoon. That's a better idea. Isn't that true? They're talking about you being in the movies.
Well, there's a deal, but believe me, there's no talk about me being in the movies.
Well, there is a deal though for you to star in movies.
No, not even star in movies. It was just one of those things where, after a period of time, we carved out a little deal.
Did you? And so you're gonna attempt to be in the movies?
No, I don't. I mean, they don't need me to be out there making bad movies.
Have you ever been on a sitcom? I saw you on a sitcom, so don't give me any.
I was thinking I've actually been on 2 or 3.
Yeah, and how'd that go?
Not bad. I was the goofy newscaster on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Very good. I remember that.
Yeah. I think they bought it.
No, you were. You were. You
that.
were on sitcoms. I remember you from the 70s.
And
you were on sitcoms.
You weren't
I
on
laughed. You know, you were funny.
And how about you? Have you ever been on a situation comedy?
I was on. No.
No, you must have been. I bet you were on.
No, you'll have to dig to get that answer.
We'll find out.
No,
we'll find out.
I've never done that. I was in the westerns. I was a cowboy in the westerns when you were coming out of high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you and I were probably about the same age.
No, I'm 10 years younger than you are.
That's interesting that you're 10 years younger than I am.
How tall are you?
But yet, when I was in high school, you were already working in westerns in
Well, why
California.
don't I get that kind of respect from you if you were in high school and I was already working? Why did you say it also Charles Grodin?
I don't
Why
even
do you
think...
treat everybody as though they're like dirt?
I didn't say...
You're probably making $1 million a show. The guests come out here, you attack them, right? Like, we can't get into the makeup room.
I didn't attack you, Charles. First of all, a guy like you really doesn't need makeup. You have a certain natural beauty.
I'm trying to think of her name. The lady that was out here the other, Lauren Hutton was out here the other night. She told a story, and you made faces, you made fun of her.
I know,
and Lauren Hutton is one of my dearest friends.
Sure, but she was full
Lauren Hutton see, you're doing it again.
She was full of cold medicine that night, and
Lauren
we
Hutton
invited
and
her to come
Harrison
back.
Ford are two of the nicest people.
We have to go now, Charles. See what you've done? You frittered away your time here. We're out of time, and it's your fault.
Thank God.
All right, kids. It's Charles Grodin. We'll be right back. Charles Grodin is here. Miss America 1990 is here.
Oh, and is she
You know,
cute?
Paul, it's a long, honored, revered tradition that the day or two after Miss America is crowned, she's a guest right here on this show.
Yes, I understand.
How many Miss Americas have we had on the program, Morty?
About 6
Huh? 6 or 7? That gives you an idea how respected this tradition is. 6, 7. We don't know.
Well, we've only been on.
Lovely young woman. I just want to thank ABC for having the guts to pony up the dough, all right? Our first guest is a talented actor who has just written an autobiography right here. It's called It Would Be So Nice If You Weren't Here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our old friend, Charles Grodin. Chuck, how you doing? Good to see you.
Did you say old friend?
I said, yeah, I think that's what it said. Let me see. Yeah, it says old friend here. Of course, that may just be a typo. How you been?
Why, you see me as an old friend?
Well, in the showbiz sense of the term.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
Yeah. How you been? Have a good summer? What have you been doing? Do you like that? Have the guts to pony up the dough? Do you like guys who talk like that? Kind of a tough guy. You know?
I thought that was a funny bit.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a bit. He actually said it. It wasn't a bit.
No, I mean, you're saying it was a funny bit.
Well, I'm just reporting it.
All right, good work.
Let's talk about. First of all, let's talk about your attitude, since it's reared its ugly head here now. You come on the show, and you've been coming on several years, and you seem reluctant to participate in a civilized exchange. I know that it's just a little attitude that you adopt for humorous purposes. And some people don't understand that, but why don't you clear it up for once and for all?
I don't adopt it for humorous purpose. I'm reacting to you.
No.
I think the person with the attitude problem is you.
No.
And I don't think it just manifests itself when I come out here.
Oh, no.
I think it manifests itself on a regular basis whether I'm here or not. No. I don't know why you make it about me when it's about you.
No, that's
what?
No, that's not
pony up the dough.
Pony up the dough, sure. Ponied up the dough for this tie. That is nice.
Yeah, that's a $6,000.
Yeah, that'll keep you warm in the winter. But Charles, it's just a little something you do to have fun with. I know that.
Do you?
And explain to people so we don't get a lot of letters.
No, that's actually not true. When I'm on tour for this book, people do ask me, because this does happen, a kind of a contentious relationship with Johnny Carson and you, and I always explain with Johnny Carson, it's just fun we're having.
Right.
But with you,
Oh, no. We're just having fun here, too, aren't we? Let's just talk about the book, and then we'll come back to this question later.
All right.
All right. Your autobiography,
No, it's not. It's a story of how to deal with rejection in show business.
Your journey through show business.
It's a story of what you do when you run into certain kinds of people that you run into in show business.
Right.
That people that you question their sincerity, for example.
And is it a book that will help people? Is it kind of like a self-help thing if you're in show business?
It would help people if you were an actual person, yes. If you were like a show business figure. Right. Such as... myself. You wouldn't be helped by this book.
Oh,
if you're an actual... No.
If you're a civilian.
If you're an actual human, this could be of help to you.
Oh. Yeah, but again, we know you're just playing. Now, you want to give us some highlights from the book here?
No.
Well, why should people buy it? Let's see what this is going for. $18.95. You'd think for nearly $20 you'd get a highlight free on TV.
Why do you say that?
Well, that's a lot of dough to be slapping down for a book, you know. I'm waiting for the Regis Philbin book to come out first.
I'll give you... If you like, here I've come to this point in show business, and very few people can come out here and not take what you're doing and be like reduced by it, but grow by it.
That's right.
That's as a result of my experience that I talk about in this book. That's a highlight. It tells you what to deal when you deal with people who are tough people in show business. People
so
who are basically...
I'm in the book.
No, you're not in the book.
Well, give us a little excerpt, a little something, a little nugget that we can take with us to Barnes & Noble tomorrow to buy the book.
Well, if you want to know what to do when you don't know what to do, that's the book.
Oh, this is it. So this would be, maybe this and the Bible would be the only two books you'd need to get through life?
It's funny you say that. Because this book is just behind the Bible in sales. This book, in fact, today, this is, when you go to, are you traveling at any time that you can, that you know of?
I have a vacation coming up next week. I'll
this
be traveling.
book will be in your hotel room in this week.
Is it placed by the Gideons?
Yes.
The Gideons are now placed.
I made a deal with the Gideons. It goes in conjunction with the Bible. This is it. The Bible is for your spiritual life, and this is for your show business life.
To help you sleep. Yeah.
No, if you're you see what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
know,
this is what you need. It would be so nice if you weren't here, is the name of the book.
Oh, yeah. Now,
meaning that's the message you get when you go into show business or when you go on the David Letterman show.
So nice if I weren't here?
No, I was making a movie with Candy Bergen. Candy Bergen.
Candace.
Well, I work with her. I can say that. Do you know her?
Well, I know she doesn't like being called Candy.
Well, if you... You know her.
I've met her, yes.
But you haven't worked with her.
Well, in the sense of her being on the show, yes, we've worked together.
No, but I mean work with her.
No, we didn't put in a patio or anything. Save the story, and we'll do a commercial, and then we'll be right back. Charles Grodin. Miss America?
I met her.
Nice woman?
That's a lovely lady.
Yeah, lovely woman.
I'm sure you'll be very
looking
insensitive to her.
No, I won't. The name of the book is It Would Be So Nice If You Weren't Here. Now, you were explaining the origin of the title.
I made a movie with Candy Bergen. Candy, because I worked with her after a year, and I put a patio in it. And we were waiting. They were setting up the cameras in a castle outside of London. We were waiting in a little room off the main hall. And an English woman came in and said, "Did someone ask you to wait in here?" And I said, "No." And she said, "It'd be so nice if you weren't here." That's basically the message you get when you go into show business or when you go on the David Letterman show.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I'd like to come on and say, this is a book for people that want to go into show business, which is the toughest profession you can go in. It has an unemployment rate of well over 90%. And I've written a book to try to help people to know what to do when they go into this impossible profession, and all you want to do is make jokes about it. I want to spend this time saying this can help people.
Did you really write this book?
No.
No, did you or not?
No, you wrote it.
No, I know I didn't write it. But did you? But did you have like somebody as told to? You know, one of those.
You met with me on weekends. Admit it, right? You did it. Of course I did it.
You wrote it.
Kidding? I'm an award-winning writer, independent of this. But I didn't type it. I wrote it longhand.
You wrote it longhand?
I wrote a book. It's gotten wonderful reviews. It's actually a bestseller. If that doesn't break your heart.
Why could I care less?
Well, you don't care, but you should care, because this is helping our fellow people in show business. Hold it up. Where's the camera?
No. See,
Hold it up. Sell the damn thing.
If it was just published today?
No, it's been in the stores for a couple of weeks. It's in its third printing. I know it's going to depress you, but it's doing great.
Third printing because, of course, the first two were blurred.
Yeah,
I have to do that joke.
Of course, I know. I wasn't ready. I almost brought a letter from the publisher saying we printed 100,000 in the first printing. Yeah. Sure, I appreciate all your support. Right. And so do the other people in show business. Right. We love you.
That's good.
I
think you're giving.
Who else are you going to beat up tonight?
Nobody. So you're giving a little something back to the show business community.
That's right. I'm trying to give the benefit of the experience that I've had because I ran into a lot of closed doors.
Let's talk about your early jobs. You worked on Candid Camera.
Yes, I was.
What did you do for Candid Camera?
I was the person who's thought up the ideas, and I got fired regularly on the show. The last time I got fired, Alan Funn asked me to go out to JFK Airport and close down the men's room, put up a fake men's room door. And I said, if people come off a plane, they want to go to the men's room. They're looking for a joke or looking for, you know. And we closed it down, and people came, and where's the door? And it's a fake door, and it's a curtain, and they were very upset, and they were very angry. And I said, yeah, but it's Candid Camera. And they said, who cares it's Candid Camera? We have to, you know.
Sure.
And Alan Funn called and fired me. And I said, wait a minute, it was your idea. It wasn't my idea. He didn't care, and I was fired. That's one of my early experiences.
Did you go back?
No,
were you hired back?
No, I wasn't hired back. I left.
Yeah, but you jotted that down somewhere in the recesses of your mind, and it's in the book right here.
Actually on a piece of paper.
I see. And is it in the book?
It is in the book. That's one thing in the book.
All right, give us another one from the book.
Well, the book, I don't want to be like a performing monkey out here. Give us another. Do the thing you told me. No, I will just say that the book is a book I've been looking for because I've read every book on show business because it's such a hard profession. As you were starting out, you
were saying to yourself, damn, I wish there were a book that would help me through these awkward situations.
That would help tell me what to do when nobody wanted to see me, when everybody said, go away, we're not interested in you, you're not any good. You surely had a few of those moments. You were on in the morning before this.
Almost daily I have those moments. Yeah.
Right. If you'd have had this book,
I'd be
on,
still be on in the morning.
Because you know that there were other people who also had trouble. And this tells you what to do when you have trouble.
And read it.
Talking through my
a little bit because it's time to go. But I want to encourage people to pony up the $20 for this book. Have the guts to pony up the $20. It's called "It Would Be So Nice If You Weren't Here," and I'm guessing it's a real page turner.
It is. It is a guess. Yeah, it's a good guess. No, I appreciate the support, not on behalf of myself, because I'm giving all the money that I make from this book to my family.
Oh. You're a decent man. Charles Grodin. Charles, thank you very much for being here. Charles Grodin, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Grodin. Thank you, sir. Good book. We'll be right back. Mr. Grodin? Mr. Grodin.
I'm stagehand Al Marr.
Oh, yeah, all right.
And I have a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Have you left any personal belongings at the desk area?
No. No, I haven't.
Do you have any celebrity friends that might be interested in appearing on the show?
Absolutely not.
Nothing. Would you like to be paid in cash or check?
Cash, please.
Cash. Okay. 1, 2.
Do I get to keep this, or is this a joke?
This is yours.
All right, great.
5:36.
I thought they were going to ask me if I had any suggestions how to make the show better.
I did ask you.
No, you didn't. You didn't ask. I do have one suggestion.
Yes.
Get Mickey Rooney to host the show.
Excellent. I'll put that down. Okay.
Get your money and get out of here. Get your money. Get your money. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for choosing us as your late-night entertainment there in your own home. Hey! Hey! Oh. Later this month, our first guest will open here in New York in a play. Now, listen to this, Paul.
Yeah.
He'll open in a play here in New York that he himself has written, entitled The Price of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program, Charles Grodin. Charles! Charles, how are you? Nice to see you. What's your middle name? I never actually got into that with you. Charles...
Sidney.
Charles Sidney Grodin.
Yes.
That's a very nice name.
What's your middle name?
Michael. David Michael Letterman.
You Jewish?
Huh?
You
No,
Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish. Most people...
I'm Jewish.
Well, good for you. Tell me about the big play. This must be very exciting for you. The Prince of Fame. When does it open? What's it about?
The Price of Fame.
You're right. You're right. I bet it was the Prince of Fame. Right there. You know, that wouldn't be a bad title. The Prince...
You know, you said that Dave Sanborn plays what?
Saxophone.
Sanborn.
Right over there. Yeah.
And you couldn't remember. You said that Vin Scully was a great murderer.
I know. I'm nervous because here's a man for whom I have a great deal of respect, and I'm nervous because it's his first time on the show.
Who?
Vin Scully.
And
So-
if you had Jesus on, you said, and your mother...
No. I don't think so.
Mayor Martha?
No, I don't think I'd...
You gotta get, come on, a little research.
I know. Well, we had it here. I just misspoke.
Price of Fame.
Price of
It
Fame.
opens at a theater called
Autobiographical?
The Roundabout. Yeah, it's about a journalist who comes to do a hatchet job on a movie star, and I really based it off my experiences with you.
Now, that doesn't make any sense.
Why?
You're teasing about that.
No, I'm not. I'm not. A journalist comes to a movie star's motorhome to do a hatchet job, to do a piece that
piece for a
attacks him
magazine.
for a Vanity Fair magazine.
Yeah.
That's the beginning premise, and having been on the show with you all these years, you think about it sometimes, and I thought that this could be something. This is the beginning of something. You come out to, just say hello, make an appearance, say whatever you can say that might be whatever, interesting, and all of a sudden you're out there, the Prince of Fame, like this, like this.
Now, you're overreacting. I think you're overreacting, and perhaps you need a sedative, because... Because all I did, I misspoke the word. I mispronounced the word. And
Well, let's
right
see.
away, you're nuts.
We'll see if I'm nuts. What's your next question? We'll see if I'm nuts.
Well, first of all, I wanted to ask you, have you written other plays?
I wrote Hamlet.
See? There you go. All right, I'll give you
You
that
don't know
one.
anything about show business,
That's
do you?
nowhere. We don't have that in the notes. I'm
I
sorry.
wrote Death of a Salesman.
Pretty good.
And I wrote a play called Streetcar Named Desire. This is my latest play called Price of Fame.
Price of Fame.
Not Prince of
Prince
Fame.
of Fame. Now,
Price of Fame.
did you
Yes.
did you open out of town? Did you go to Boston or
No,
Philadelphia
we're
or
opening right
Washington?
here in New York for previews May 23rd.
Yeah.
We're opening right here.
Are
We
you-
have not gone anywhere.
Are you? But shouldn't you open on the road to get the bugs out of it?
The bugs out of it.
Yeah. So you get it all polished up before you open.
You think you might come see this?
Yes, I'll be there opening
I
night.
doubt that.
No.
I doubt that. Did you read the book I wrote?
Yeah. You know, I don't even have a copy. I went into the bookstore and they were all sold out.
That's right. I made a point, if you came in, to tell you that.
Cover up the stock?
Really? Not one for him, because I attack you viciously on page 163.
No, you don't. I'm not anywhere in that book. Now, let's get back to the play, because this could be... Now, you wrote it. Now, did you direct it as well?
A wonderful director named Gloria Muzzio, who directed a play called Other People's Money, which is a big hit in New York now, and they've sold it to the movies. A lady director who's tremendous. She's the director.
Now,
I'm in it.
How is that being directed as the star of a play you yourself have written?
Nice.
Yeah? But don't you feel sometimes, maybe that's not the...
No, you would do that. I don't do that. She's the director. She's working hard. I'm up there. I wrote it. I play my part. Everybody else, there's 7 other people playing their parts, and you just accept. You're grateful for what everybody has to offer, not like people like you.
Listen, I rented that movie with you and Robert De Niro.
What'd that cost you?
I don't know.
I don't know
what it cost me. No, I didn't get a deal on it. I'm in some kind of movie club. I go in there and I get the thing.
Like a buck.
I guess a buck, yeah.
What are you worth, round figures?
Doesn't make...
ballpark figures.
Doesn't make any difference. I make a comfortable living.
Comfortable.
Yeah. But anyway, I rented the film, and I must say I enjoyed it.
Did you really? Do you drive yourself to work?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
How far do you drive?
Well, it depends from where I'm coming.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When I lived in Wisconsin, it was quite a ways. But anyway, I thought you and Robert De Niro were great in that film together.
Well, thanks, Dave. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, really, I do. That's really sweet of you to say that. No, I really appreciate that.
And the question I would, are there plans for you and him to do another kind of buddy film?
Plans?
Yeah.
Whose plans?
I don't know. Whoever plans things for you and De Niro.
I don't think anybody's planning.
Yeah.
Would you have anybody that plans anything for you?
Me? No. Look at the show. Does this look like it's been planned?
Nobody plans anything. No. There are no plans for anything.
But I think people enjoyed that film.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For a buck.
I don't know. You know, it was in the theaters so briefly that I didn't really have a chance.
I don't think so, Dave.
I tried to get over there.
Dave, I personally made
huge hit.
I personally made $30 million on that movie.
Man, really? Wow. No, I was just teasing. I was just looking for a little joke at your expense.
It was there for a while, and it's still there, Dave.
It's still playing.
It's still there.
Film's like 2 years old.
It doesn't matter.
You're psychotic. Let's do a commercial, and then we'll come back here with Charles Grodin. Grodin, David Sanborn, Vin Scully. I bet you're a big baseball fan.
I am, actually, yeah.
Hey, you know we're playing softball right after the game.
Boy, that's really exciting, Dave. I didn't know that, really?
Would you like to come up?
No, I didn't see that. I missed the paper today. Really?
It wasn't in the paper.
That's great. That's great. You're playing softball.
That's right, and I would like
so exciting.
I would like to invite you to come up and play with us.
Dave, I'm going home. Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right, well, think about it. We play each Friday evening.
Yeah, right, sure.
It's a lot of fun.
I'll be right over. Love to watch you play ball.
Now, you know...
what do you play?
What?
What position do you play?
I usually play first base because I'm getting old. Anyway, now it strikes me that you have the play that you've written and recently a book. You're very prolific. And you're starring in the play, and I think you're regarded as a major star now. And are people treating you differently, or has success changed you at all? Have you been affected by the stardom, or?
I have been affected by the stardom, Dave. I have very little tolerance for talk show hosts anymore. The truth of the matter is I'm a man who walks around in a tuxedo now, and I just dress like this to appear to be one of the people.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm really like. Want to see what I'm really like? Ask me a question. Go ahead.
For example, what are your dinner plans this evening?
What? That's what I'm really like.
You're self-absorbed.
I'm trying to pretend to be just like I was.
I appreciate it.
Now you become, you are like, you've been on the cover of things, right? What?
Magazines.
Like what?
Well, there's, you know, I don't want to name
No, but you have. You've been on the cover of certain things.
Magazines,
right.
yeah.
Certain things.
So magazines.
You're big, right?
Well, I don't know.
And like 10 years ago when you were on the daytime, you were nothing,
That's
right?
That's right, yeah.
Have you changed?
Oh, yeah, I've gotten quite peculiar.
Yeah, you have. Now, you used to have a picture, when I first used to have a picture of your dog. I think his name was Bob, right?
Yeah.
Right behind you
Right.
when I first came out here 8 years ago. Where's the dog?
Where is the
where's
dog?
The I don't want to ask that.
the
No, don't ask that. Don't answer that question. I won't. Don't say that. You can't ask where somebody was who was here 8 years ago. You never know what the answer is.
Exactly. Never know.
Don't answer that. Where's the photograph of the dog?
Same place as the dog.
Really?
Ashes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, that's cheerful, Dave.
Well, wait.
God, if anybody is up watching this, that's just what they want to think. Ashes, yeah.
No, but it's my dog, and I can joke about it as sad as it was, but of course. So, and it's a tragic thing when a pet moves on.
And you burned the photograph as well?
Well, I don't know where it is. It probably was tossed out when we changed sets.
Yeah. Sorry I asked.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the first time. Do you remember the first...
Are you wearing a lot of makeup tonight?
Oh. I don't know. I don't...
You got enough? Are you like a deep tan here in New York City?
I don't know. Am I wearing a lot of makeup?
You seem like heavily made up to me. Is that
maybe
mascara?
I am heavily... No, it's
you use
not.
a red dot in the corner of your eye?
I don't have a red dot. And you, makeup on you?
No, this is my natural.
This is the way you look all the time. Good.
Except when I'm not on television.
Yeah, I understand. Now, tell me about the first time you worked in front of a live audience. That must have been scary and exhilarating.
Oh, it really was, Dave. It was so scary and exhilarating. It was very exhilarating.
Do you get punched a lot?
I get... I get a lot of people who try to go for me, Dave.
I know.
But I'm somebody who's always in a state of riot ready. Riot ready. I am ready at any moment for the left or the right. My reflexes are very fast.
Now,
you have to be like that.
Have you ever seriously been in a fight?
Yes, I've been in many fights.
When was the last time you were in a fight?
On my way over here today. I was the driver that you sent over, a fellow named Phil, who drove me over, picked me up at the theater from here, brought me over here. I just had a few exchanges with him. He turned around and he leaped for me in the back seat. I said, Phil, I'm joking. Haven't you ever seen me on television? Don't give me joking. I heard what you said about my penis. Now, that was a joke. That was a joke. I said, Phil, that's a joke. You have to know where I'm coming from. That, humorists do that kind of stuff. But he's... I got to take a bus home. Let's leave it.
Well, you keep that kind of talk off the bus.
Yeah, really.
Now, Charles, let's get serious here for a minute. The big play opens when?
May 23rd.
Now, do you want people coming to the previews or not?
No. I don't want anyone. You can't get a ticket. You can't. No, this is a subscription theater. It's the Roundabout. It's at 17th and Park, and it's a theater. You buy a subscription for the season.
Is this like a one-man play?
No, this is 8 people.
8 people.
And it's a wonderful actress named two acts.
Two acts?
Elizabeth McKay is the leading lady. Elizabeth McKay.
Plays your wife?
She plays the
sister?
journalist. She plays the journalist who comes to do the hatchet.
You're the star.
Did you see the Heartbreak Kid?
Yeah.
Jeannie Berlin, who plays my wife in the Heartbreak Kid, is in the play.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good. You two are working together.
Thanks, Dave. It is. And
well, I'm coming down there. I'm coming down to see it.
Sure, you're coming down, Dave.
I'm coming down to see it. I want to see you.
I want you to come down.
All right, I'll be down there. May 23rd it opens.
It opens for previews.
All right, and then
run for 2 months.
2 months. All right, I won't be there May 23rd. I'll be out of town, but as soon as I come back, I'm going to come down and see it.
I'll be looking for you.
Charles Grodin, ladies and gentlemen. Paul, give me a couple of world cities, foreign capitals perhaps, and characteristics unique unto that city itself.
All right. New Delhi, India.
Yeah.
A lot of starving people.
Oh, jeez. Yes, and what about the disease? God!
You're not parking lot. Well, I'm just...
No, here's what I had in mind.
Yeah?
Like you go to Venice. They have the singing gondoliers.
Right, canals, yeah.
Starving people.
Oh, what were you getting at?
I was getting at Venice, the gondoliers singing.
Venice, gondoliers singing, yeah.
Paris.
They got guys playing...
Starving people in Paris. Man alive. And here in New York City, every newsstand, you get free socks.
Ah.
Man. Well, let's see. Starving people. Dave may be going for a joke here. Let me help him out. Starving people?
That's that chemistry that we have going between us.
It's that rapport,
that
Farfignugan,
magic
whatever that is. All right, Al, turn on that camera so people get an idea of what we're going to be doing tonight. Thank you very much. There's where you're going to be giving away socks. And, of course, yeah, that's outside. We'll give away socks. Oh, Biff is outside. Can you hear me? Biff, can you hear me? Where are you?
Right.
Biff?
Right here, Dave.
Wave to us, Biff. Okay, there's Biff. There's the sock. Biff, and get some food. Get some food ready for the starving people down there. Okay.
Okay, I will.
Man alive. Our first guest is a versatile and accomplished writer, autobiographer, and raconteur. He has a brand new motion picture called Taking Care of Business, which I believe opens nationwide tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, always a pleasure to have this man with us. Here's Charles Grodin. Nice entrance. How you doing?
I'm so proud and privileged to be on a show where starving people is used as a source of humor. No, it's funny, starving people.
No,
it really is. No, it's wonderful.
In defense of Paul,
I've really
I think...
risen to a sensibility that I've aspired to for a long time. It is funny,
No,
though. People are hungry, you know. Great. No, it's good. It's really good. I feel really good about being here.
I think under the pressure of the moment, perhaps he just misspoke, and who among us hasn't done that numerous times?
What about the 4 follow-up jokes?
Well, sure. I'm sorry. I apologize to you.
Well, in spite of that, I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have you here.
Really,
you're one of my...
I'm very excited, and the main reason I'm excited, this is the first time in probably... How long have you been on the air?
I don't know, 8.5 years.
Well, the first time in 8.5 years that I've been here, and you've sat in a chair that's the same level as my chair. Have you reduced the platform on which you usually sit?
No, I don't sit on a platform. You know, this is, we just changed chairs. We just now have chairs because most people, as it turns out, are shorter than I am.
Are they?
Yeah. And so we had to get chairs.
Magic Johnson was shorter than you are when I was Yeah, you used to sit up here. I don't know why. That's your problem.
It's no problem. We just got different chairs.
I'm very happy, and I'm going to make every effort to be like a very friendly guest because I've acquired a terrible reputation just from.
See, look, there we go. There's proof positive of what you're talking about. See?
I've acquired a terrible reputation because of what people think is my unpleasant behavior toward you.
Really? Now, see, I don't detect that. I like the way you behave on the show.
Well, a lot of people think that I'm rude, abrasive, and I have a hostile attitude. And they're right. They're right.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, and there's every reason to have it.
No, there's no reason whatsoever to have that.
Well, watch and see what you do right now. We'll see if there's a reason to have it. Go ahead. Your first question.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the new motion picture.
Why? What the hell do I care about the new motion picture? Give me a break, man. I've been talking about it all day. Okay. I've been on the Today Show. I've been on Regis. I taped CBS Morning. Yeah. I talked to media around the country. I don't want to talk about the new motion picture. All right. It's hilarious. It's the best movie I've ever done. All right.
All right. You want to help me give away socks? You want to do that a little bit?
I'd love to do that.
Now, if you're serious, we can have you dial down there and give away some socks. You want to try one?
No.
Oh. It might be fun, though, for you.
I got these on a giveaway.
Well, I don't think you need to call attention to the obvious.
Well, see what I mean? You're doing it right
now. All right, now, let me ask you another question. You think this sock thing over? Do you consider yourself one of
Yes,
those?
I do. I at least one of them. Absolutely. Why not? Who else if not me? Really? Do you consider yourself one of the?
I was going to say workaholic. Are you somebody who has to be working all the time, like a shark constantly in motion?
I really don't see that that's any of your business, frankly. I mean, why should I really don't know you.
Yeah, we know each other.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to confide stuff like that with you.
All right.
That's a private thing.
Now, okay, all right. Now, so you were busy all day today. How many different shows were you on today?
I did 75 shows.
No, you didn't do 75.
No, I mean, not that I appeared, that I talked to people,
Right.
I did remotes, I did 75 shows.
How many shows did you appear on from New York today?
9.
9?
Yes, 9 shows.
And
Every show
how
in
many
New
different
York.
wardrobe changes?
This is it.
You were in this
I
all
changed
day?
my socks.
Yeah. But is this a little casual, do you think, for being on TV?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's, I think it's fine.
Are you going to see Taking Care of Business?
Yeah, I'll see it. No,
Really?
I'm
When?
very excited. Well, when the
You're
lines...
very excited. You haven't been excited in your life.
When the lines thin down, I'll go see it.
The lines thin down.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
I saw that last one, the Midnight Run. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank
thought that
you.
was very nice. You want to... Now, you want... Now, do you want to talk a little bit about the movie now, or not at all?
I think it's the best movie that's ever been made.
I read the script for this movie about...
You read the script?
About
You're not going to tell me
6
they
months
offer
ago.
you my part before
I don't know.
they offer
I
it to me.
remember being on a plane and having the script.
You do remember that,
Yeah.
huh? Why would you have the script?
Because I think the stewardess came around and said, here's a script of a motion picture we'll be showing soon. Would you like to read it?
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? All right, I've been nice up until now, but that's it. That's it.
I've crossed the line
This
of death
movie
here.
will never be seen on an airplane. How about that?
I was thinking to myself, this is, it seemed like a nice enough film, but it never occurred to me that
it would
you
be
would be in it.
the big hit that it is.
Well, it's not even out yet.
That's not important.
Yes, it is.
What do I care
It
about?
has
Out
to
yet?
come
There's
out.
been like 5,500 screenings of it. We already know what's going to happen.
It's going to be a hit? Through the roof?
Come on.
Is it going to be bigger?
Where is the roof?
Bigger than Dick Tracy?
Bigger than Dick Tracy?
Bigger than Dick Tracy? How about that? Bigger than
Yes.
Die Harder
yes.
or 2?
No,
Yeah?
not bigger than Die Hard. Bigger than Dick Tracy.
All right, okay.
No, it's bigger than Dick Tracy.
All right, let's do a commercial. It's Sock Night. We'll come back and we'll look at a clip here from the motion picture that's Yes, sir. And a big sock giveaway tonight. Hey, did you think about that? You want to give away some socks?
Not these.
No, but you want to call somebody down on the street?
No, I really
All right, think
don't.
it over.
Please,
Think it over for a
thank
second. All right. All right, now let's. You want to take a look at the clip, and then we'll talk about the
then
movie.
we'll talk about
you
it.
and Jim Belushi, and I would guess to me. Now, when I read the script originally, I couldn't really imagine who was going to be in it. But now that I see it's you and Jim Belushi, I think that makes perfect sense. That's a great cast.
Thank you.
That's a great combination.
All right, come on, run the clip.
All right, do you want to set it up or anything?
No.
Okay, here it is. This is Charles Grodin and Jim Belushi. Who are the females in this? You don't know who they are? It's called, the name of the movie is called Taking Care of Business. Here we go. Watch closely. Is that one of those buddy things that you and De Niro had going where you guys are traveling cross country?
No, it isn't. We really
spend a
meet
lot of the time
75.
handcuffed
Excuse me.
together? I'm sorry. It's something about the new chair height.
You bet. You bet. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, so anyway, what are we looking at there?
I don't know.
No,
Please,
you
come on.
and Belushi at the ballpark.
It's a very funny movie.
Yeah, no, you
and
can
we're
see
at
that.
the ballpark there, and everyone has sex in this movie. Have you ever had sex? No, seriously. Seriously, have you?
What do you mean?
Well, at the end of that clip, I say, he said, I knew I could be great in bed.
Right.
I say.
Right.
It makes no sense, by the way, because early in the movie, it's clear I could be great on the bathroom floor. There's sex on the bathroom floor very early in the movie.
Right. Now, why didn't we see that?
Why, is that what you like to
Well,
see?
that would be... Here we get a couple of guys screaming at a ballpark.
I told
could
him
have
I
Marv
told him
Albert
I
bring
told him
on
to show the
footage like
bathroom
that.
floor sex scene. The guy said this is the kind of thing he's interested in. Keep it out of bed, put it on the bathroom floor, he'll go to see it.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the kind of mail you get. I know your book is coming out in paperback now, and I know that it generated a lot of mail from folks who read it. Now, give us like a hint of the sampling of that kind of mail. You get
Basically stuff like, please stop writing books. Why are you bothering us with all of this? Who's interested in your career?
Really?
Stuff like that, yeah.
there. I find that hard to believe.
That's right. It's meant to be hard to believe. No, it's a book about people who are trying to survive in show business when they have to deal with certain obstacles.
Well, there's obstacles in all walks of life.
Are there?
Yeah, I think you're living proof of that. I don't know. Hey, seriously, you want to give away some socks?
No, I really don't, but I really appreciate your asking me for the sixth time.
It might be fun, though. Here, Hal, turn
Give
on.
away your tie.
Hal, turn on the external camera. All right, there's the camera. There's Biff, our stage manager. Now, all you got to do, if you want to, you can call down there. We have a couple of lines open, and you could give away socks. This woman's thinking about making a call. Let's try and call her. Okay, you want to do this?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. All right, here, I'll do the dialing for you. Okay, is she still down there, Hal? Oh, this will be great. Okay, we got to hurry here. What happened? What happened? What'd she do? Oh, no, it's going to be busy. Oh, it's good. No, it's ringing. There, okay. Say hello.
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 Hello. Hi.
Okay, all right.
Would you like a pair of socks?
No, they don't think they...
Listen, I'm in the movies. You don't need anybody on the other end.
No. You can't hear me, right? Yeah, well,
I really didn't want to give away socks. I didn't, I worked on it. I memorized everything I said here tonight, and none of it was about socks.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm disappointed that didn't work. That could have been fun. They would have been a big thrill. They get to talk to a movie star and free socks.
How are your ratings, okay?
Solid. Yeah, we get the big sock giveaway, of course. How could they not be?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. The film opens up Friday all across the country. It should be one of the big summer blockbusters, right?
It is.
Yeah, there you go. Charles Grodin, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here. Took out the wrong one, didn't you? Where is it? We wanted you to take out 6. Did you take out 6? 7. Hal, are you guys drunk in there? Turn on the bubbles. More bubbles. Let's see some bubbles. You know, that's the most crowd-pleasing entertainment we've had in this studio in years. People love the bubbles. Our first guest is an actor, a playwright, and an author, as well as the star of 2 soon-to-be-released major motion pictures, one entitled Clifford and the other called Beethoven. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a special day for us when he drops by. Please say hello to Charles Grodin. Charles! Nice to see you. How you doing? Welcome back to the show. We're very, very happy to have you here. Now, I know it's been about a year since you were here the last time. I would urge you, please, come to this program more frequently. We love it when you're on the show. I'm not
completely convinced it's in my interest to be on this show.
No, no, I think it is. I really do.
I don't mean your audience. I love your audience.
Yeah.
I think I'm picking up a little bit of a problem in my reputation and how I'm perceived because of being on this show. Do you remember about, I don't know, it was a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
Your people called me and said, we want to do a thing where David's going to be home waiting for the cable people to come.
That was like 6 years ago.
All right, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And we'd like you to come in.
That's right.
And then come in, and David's going to be on a screen. He's going to say,
Right.
I'm sorry I couldn't be here, but I have to wait for the cable
That's
people
right.
from 1 to 6.
It was
and they
very
didn't come.
funny.
Right. And they got me, they asked me to come in here and to say, you know, David wasn't here, and I'm supposed to say, you know, where are you? He said, I'm sorry, Charles, I couldn't come because I'm waiting for the cable. And I was supposed to be out, and so I'm supposed to sit here and say, you know, well, this is ridiculous. You know, I've got an appointment, and I came here, and you can't just not show up. And I was really, like, you know, outraged and upset all of a bit that we had worked out. That
Shtick.
I was really,
we were doing shtick.
Shtick.
Yeah.
Just a thing where I was going to be furious, and they figured I would come out and do this.
Yeah.
And you think that's very funny,
It went
right?
great. We got
It did.
wonderful
It did.
comment.
It did go great, but I got a lot of hate mail. I'm serious.
Oh,
No,
Really?
a lot of people. No, I'm not. And you did too. The show
No,
got
I
a lot of
didn't, no.
mail.
I
They
got
told
nothing
me
but
that,
favor-
well, maybe for you.
Well, it should have
Maybe
been
for you,
forwarded
but a
because
lot of
all
people,
we got
a lot
was...
of people wrote to me and said you were terribly rude.
Right.
You should have been more understanding of
Right.
Mr. Letterman. You're rude to him. You're
Right.
too hostile to him. You're all of these things. You know, Dustin Hoffman would have gotten a nomination for this, and I got like hate mail.
Well, you must be accustomed to that kind of response by now in your career.
Are we talking about my movie career? It's against, say, your movie career?
No, no. All right, so I haven't made any movies. No, but it was wonderful. We all enjoyed it, and that was fun. We should do another. We'll have the boys work up another little skit like that.
You know, the last picture I did, Beethoven,
Right.
which we'll speak of more later.
Yeah, you tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, all right, wait a minute. This is true, absolutely true. We made the deal for this movie, as we do if I'm going to do a movie, and then they said, and this is the first time this had ever happened, and I think it has to do entirely with you. I'm not kidding.
No,
you think I'm kidding,
No,
but
I
I'm
know.
not kidding.
No, I know
They
you're not
said
kidding.
we would like Chuck to fly, I live here, to fly out to Los Angeles, and just, you know, we made the deal and everything. We were just like, we've never met him. We
Right.
would like to see
Well,
him
that's all right.
in a room.
Sure.
Now, the only reason anybody would ask to see me in a room is that they're nervous that maybe I'm like I am with you.
You might be trouble.
That's right. And I might be trouble.
Yeah.
And I know that. And they told me, people represent, look, go out there and just, you know,
That
whatever
you-
they say, you know.
Yeah.
But their perception was definitely born out of the rudeness that transpires here.
No, I don't think
It
so.
was. No, it was.
So, no, wait a minute. What would be wrong with a production unit just wanting to know the star?
No,
Just
because
spend-
like I've done 25 pictures. Nobody ever said, could we just look at him in a room first? So I went out. I had to fly out. And I was under instructions. I'm not kidding about any of this. I was told by the guy that wrote, just go out there, you know, just sit there and, you know, whatever they say.
Some
like,
kind
you know,
of
they-
psychological evaluation.
Yeah,
you
very,
feel.
exactly. Very nice. Just be very, so they invite me, and at first it's like, hello, how are you? I go for that, me, hello, and they're like, that's it, hello,
Yeah,
how are you?
right.
How are you? I'm a big fan of yours. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of yours. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm a big fan of yours. You know, that was fine.
Yeah.
Then I'm out of here. Then they said, would you like to come back tomorrow? We're having a script meeting. We'd like, you know, to include you. I said, this is when they're going to try to nail me.
All right,
you
all
know,
right.
so-
At the script meeting, yeah.
So I come back the next day, and they say, we'd like to change this to this. What do you think, Chuck?
Oh.
What do you think of that?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
throwing it down to
Yeah,
me, to
sure.
like say, oh, you stupid idiot, you
Yeah.
know. But I didn't. I said, that's fine, whatever you want to do, you know. And I did the picture, and it's probably going to make me so
gonna be-
big,
yeah.
I'll never be on this show again.
No. Yeah, but listen to what you're doing to the American entertainment public. If you're
Right.
not on this show, that means if people want to see you, they'll have to pay to go to those movies.
Oh. That's how you see it, huh?
Yeah. So as opposed to just having you in their living rooms every night like this, with a flick of a switch,
Let me
there's
tell you
Chuck.
something. Let me tell you
Can I
something
play it,
about
Chuck?
this. No, let me tell you something. I'll tell you about something. Why it's so difficult. Why I can't come out here. In life, as against this.
Right.
In life, I'm considered a very nice, easygoing guy.
Me too.
Yeah.
I am.
Are you?
No, people like
Well,
me.
I don't know what the hell happens here, but neither one of us are coming over that likable here. We're coming over as like mean, contentious, hostile, competitive, you know, that kind of guy.
Please, you're being too hard on yourself.
On you.
Now, I'll tell you what, let's do a commercial. But you know, I have an idea, and I think this would be great. Why don't you and I do a film together? That would be perfect. You and me, we're just going to be like a buddy movie. Like a buddy movie, like that thing you did with De Niro. We're running across country.
You could play De Niro's part.
That's
of course.
right.
Why didn't I think of that?
We'll do the little the Run for Your Life Part 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's do a commercial. Eh? And then we'll be back. Grodin is here. You know, look, the boys all put on their shirts. That's how beloved I am. Wow. Yeah, nice, isn't it? Charles Grodin is here, the Laws, and also we're going to learn how to make marshmallows, and I would encourage you to stick around.
Wow. That's exciting.
Let's talk about the movie. Two of them, both single-word titles. Clifford, a name. Beethoven, of course, a name.
Yes.
Yeah. Which one do you want to talk about? Which was the one with Marty Short? I know one was with Marty Short.
Clifford was
Yeah, that must be a great, I think that's a good combination.
Yeah, I love the movie. The movie is very, it's very fresh and original and hip, which means it probably won't, you know, be as big a movie as we'd like it to be.
Well, I don't know. Two pretty good names there. You and Marty. Was it fun working with him? How did you get along with Martin Short?
The movie is, it's very funny because we're a good combination together.
I think it's a good, chemistry.
I play Mary Steenburgen. I want to marry Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah,
she
she's
doesn't
beautiful.
believe that I like children, so I get a chance to take my nephew for one week, played by Marty Short, who plays a 10-year-old boy.
Oh, really?
And to prove to Mary Steenburgen that I really do love kids, I take, without realizing that he's like the worst 10-year-old in the world. So it's a very funny movie. Yeah.
Now, he's pretending to be a 10-year-old, or they really that he is a 10-year-old there? How do they do that? I don't... Is he just doing you a favor by pretending to be a 10-year-old?
No, he's actually playing a 10-year-old. He, you know, Marty is, Marty's 71 years old.
No, he's not. No. But what? He's been on the program many times.
Marty is a very, Marty is very lifted.
Was it
and
fun
pulled
working with
together.
him? Did you get along well? Did you develop a relationship? Are you guys friends at all? Do you have a...
What they had to do, because he's so old, you know, they had to like put him in ice, and they had to like pull his skin. He really he looks just like a 10-year-old in the thing.
Yeah.
So it takes hours. He's in an ice tank, and they like get him down to look like
they take
Nair off his
depilatory. You could use just a generic name. But now, I know you're kidding around about this, but what was he like? Because we've had nothing but great success with him on the show, and I know Paul is friends with him.
You're friends with Marty Short?
Yes, I am. Want to make something out of it?
I don't think there's any... Paul, I don't...
Have you ever... You've worked with him as well, right?
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Here's really what it is he had to be in the ice tank for about 3 hours.
Right.
And he had to have like hooks, like to pull his face up, you know, and his legs up. So, you know, frankly, he was a little...
Yeah.
Affectionately, around the set, affectionately known as a little... but he's just a little...
Is that right? He's an unpleasant man to work with, is what you're saying.
He had been in ice for hours, and there were hooks eating into his flesh.
Oh, I see.
So given that, given that, I think he did a hell of a job. And as a guy,
all right, you're using the term literally as well as figuratively then, because of the ice. Now, the other film was Beethoven. Now that in that film you're working with a dog.
I'm working with a St. Bernard.
Yeah, that must have been great.
This picture is produced by Ivan Reitman. Do you know who Ivan Reitman is?
Oh, yeah.
Ivan Reitman.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. He produced and directed Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Well, so this is a money machine.
Animal House, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, Stripes, that other movie with Bill Murray.
Jaws.
Not Jaws.
Star Wars.
He's the most successful comedy producer in the history of movies. You know?
I know. You don't need to tell me.
This movie,
Police Academy.
This movie, he told me, I haven't seen it, but he told me it tested higher than any movie he's ever produced coming out at Easter.
Wow, this is you and
a St. Bernard, right. Beethoven.
Now, how was that? What was that like, working with the dog?
The movie is, I mean, this is the kind of movie that the families and kids and everyone is really, even like, 25 and just regular people are going to love. The problem with the dog was, I have like a pretty big motorhome, as you might imagine.
Oh, I would, sure.
I've got like sections that it's not like a thing. It's
you're
like,
not talking about your permanent dwelling.
No, I'm talking about when I work on a movie.
On
yeah,
location,
big.
I
It's
thought
big.
maybe you had it at an RV park or something.
A dog, what?
I thought maybe you had one at an RV park.
No.
We gotta
go. A dog is, what are you doing?
It's time to wrap it up here.
A dog.
I'm just going to fill out your forms and send you on your way. You go down to dispatching now. We just get that stamped and you're home free. Let's see. These films, Clifford, that's the Marty Short film, and Beethoven, when do those open?
Beethoven opens in the spring, and Marty Short, the Clifford, opens whenever the hell.
Oh, yeah, that long. All right. It's... I don't know.
What do they say on television? What do they say on television if you say little... Comes out tonight, it comes out like little what?
No, on this show, it's... No. It'll be...
Well, then let me say... Hold your commercial. Give me number 3. Give me number 3 for 1 second.
Hold your commercial. Mr. Grodin is now instructing the control room.
Since if it's going to go out on, I lease this space to your company. If it's actually going to go out as, I really honestly want to say there's nobody better guy in showbiz than Marty Short.
Yeah, that's
nobody.
Yeah.
He is like the most popular human being in showbiz. Only because of that you can call him a little.
Exactly. Yeah, sure. All right. Nice to see you, Chuck. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back after station identification. How do you do? Welcome back to the program. The Laws will be here. We're going to make marshmallows, and I've been informed by our producer, Robert Morton, you can't use the word prick on the show. We covered this once before. It can be used only as a verb.
Oh, I see.
The word prick. So
you could
all
prick,
of those references, that's right. You can prick yourself
something
with a pin.
Right.
You could prick one of those bubbles, but it can't be used in another sense.
As a noun, it could never be used.
All right. So all of those other references will be removed from the show. Exactly. Snipped right out. Well, I hope my back doesn't go out again tonight.
Back out?
Yeah, it went out last night. I'm not sure what this is about. Our first guest was with us, as I mentioned earlier, on Friday, and he made some questionable remarks about his co-star, Martin Short, in a new movie, and apparently there were some other things under discussion that night. Tonight, because he has asked to come back here, we're going to give him a few minutes of our network time here to talk about that situation and I guess clear the air, or at least clear his own head. So, ladies and gentlemen, here please is welcome Charles Grodin. Charles, come on out.
I did not ask to come back. I was asked to come back.
Really?
I did not ask
I misunderstood
to come back.
that. You know, you're the first guest, first person we've had on consecutive Friday nights since we've been on the air.
How long have you been on the air?
Almost 10 years, except for myself. I've been here consecutive Fridays.
Cashmere and
very nice.
wool, new jacket,
Yeah,
never
nice.
worn, never wore
Has a
before in
nice
my
feel
life,
to
and
it.
this shirt I bought on Friday. Thank you.
Really nice. D, you couldn't think about a tie, I guess, huh?
No?
All right, Charles, let's get this little article here.
No, just a second. When you said before that the woman stood up and went,
Yeah, because
we hate you.
Yeah, because I made a remark about did he have a permit for the gun?
Yeah,
that
I
seemed
know,
to have
but I
triggered
know.
it.
Here's a woman saying, but this is what happened in the week since I've seen you.
Really?
There's 7 out of 10 people, I really talked to, a lot of people called me, hated me,
Was that right?
and 10 out of 10 hated you. It's true.
I don't believe that for a
well,
second.
all right, you get to that and I'll explain why.
All right, here. Now this is it. You go ahead and tell the folks what's in the article there.
I
This
can't,
is
you go ahead, you tell the folks.
all right.
It's your show.
Well, if I'm going to read this, I guess we really don't need you out here. I could have just read for the folks.
I haven't been out here up until now, and you were doing jacket jokes.
Yeah. You know, this is not a bad show. One night, instead of guests, I'll just read show business trade papers to the audience. Dave Letterman has invited Charles Grodin. That's wrong. You asked to come back to return.
Not true.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. The conversation, talk about the people didn't know whether you were kidding last week. You wanted to apologize to Martin Short and some other things that were deleted from what you said.
From what you said.
I had nothing to
From
do
what,
with it.
look, does it say from what I said or from what we said?
Well, what difference does
Well,
it make? You're here. You're not under ooth. Go ahead and tell us when you first met the judge.
I called Judge Thomas in last year. It was August. No. I was out here. We were talking about the movie Clifford I did with Marty Short,
Right,
and
I
referred to Marty Short as a
Don't do it again. You called him a name.
I'm waiting for this camera to come on. I referred to Marty Short as a. I'm sorry, you know.
Go right ahead.
As a little.
Yeah.
And Marty.
Wait a minute.
Wait, there's
He
a
said,
steam.
not permit, okay? That was it. Some kind of a permit.
Marty Short is one of my closest friends.
Great
In fact,
man.
this Sunday night, we're having a sleepover. We really are. He's flying in for Steven Spielberg's wedding over the weekend out here, and then he's coming to the city, and we're having a sleepover Sunday night.
Yeah.
So Marty Short and I talk and laugh around all the time. I really have no problem. When I was
So you
referring
were
to...
kidding.
No, the problems with Marty Short only have to do, not with Marty Short, but the character of Clifford. He plays a 10-year-old boy in the new movie we've done together, and when he's a 10-year-old boy and he's been in ice for 3 hours and his flesh is hooked up, he's a little...
Right.
But only as the character,
Yeah.
not as Marty Short
That's
the
right.
person. That's all. That's
the description of the character in the film. All right.
Clifford.
And a
That
lot
has
of
nothing to do
people
with
took
Marty.
you seriously and thought, wow, he's mean, he's a jerk, he's ugly.
No, you.
No.
You. They thought you were.
I don't believe that.
You know why?
No, why?
Well, I was right in the middle of a great dog joke at the end of the last appearance. I really was talking about Beethoven, the other movie I made.
Dog joke, all right, sure.
And you suddenly started to rustle your papers, and I said, "What are you doing?" You said, "You'll sign out here and just go, you know." And Shelley Schultz, who protects me from people like
don't know
you,
who Shelley Schultz is.
he used to manage Lenny Bruce,
Oh, the
Eddie
manager.
Murphy. Yeah,
Your agent, your manager?
No, he's a manager. He books me, and we're trying to get your job right now.
I appreciate that.
He said I shouldn't come out here because you bring me down to your level.
I honestly don't understand what anybody is talking about. I thought we were having a great deal of fun.
Well, look, let me point out to you, right now we're having a lot of hisses from the audience.
Yeah.
Now, the audience is hissing because they're upset. They actually think bad, unpleasant, fighting, rude stuff is happening. Isn't that right? No. See, I told you.
But anyway, the point is, you really weren't angry at Martin Short. You really weren't angry at me. You and I are friends. We have a lovely relationship. You've been with us many times on the show, and things couldn't be better. And folks who think that you're serious
Consciously, you're right, but subconsciously, people, an analyst called me and said some people have a subconscious hostility happening. He wants to be a movie actor, and you want to be a talk show guy.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah, because every time I'm out here, you say, geez, maybe I'll do a movie with you. And me, I'm always on talk shows.
Yeah.
And he says there's a subconscious hostility that really is happening here.
Geez, I don't know. I mean, I say that that I would like to do a movie with you because I know in my mind, in my heart, there's not a chance in hell of that ever happening. That's why I say that, you know, as kind of like...
When he said to me that maybe I secretly am hostile to you, I said, there's no... And then I started to think, the last time I came out, last week...
Yeah, it's a week ago. Seems like last night.
I'm in these two movies that are coming out, and your introduction of me was, here's Charles Grodin. He's starring in two new movies, Clifford and Beethoven, each one-word titles.
Right.
So it'd be like if I were hosting something, and here's David Letterman. As you'll all appreciate, his first name has 5 letters. That's the kind of introduction. So of course I come out here like without realizing it, I really am angry at you.
So that's,
basically it's real.
That puts you on edge.
Absolutely. Somebody says like each title has, you know, I worked like 3 years on this stuff. Each has one word.
Right.
Instead of saying I hear it's great or something that a host would say.
Well, had I heard that, that might have been in the intro. But I've not heard anything.
Well, now you know. La, who was on last week, volunteered. They're now doing Beethoven for MTV. Now you've heard it. Now, say something gracious. You know what a host is?
Yeah. All right, well, here's something a host
now, what
has
is that
to...
hissing?
If
I were out here alone, I wouldn't have hisses. It's because I'm with you. I didn't have hisses with Arsenio. I never had hisses with Johnny or Merv or Mike Douglas or Phil Donahue or any of those. Joe Rivers, the captain, and Tennille. The captain, I had a little few hisses. But that was the only time.
I tell you what, we have to do a commercial, and then we'll be right back here with our... To the program, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with my co-host Charles Grodin. Pete Rose will be joining us a bit later. Now, there's a man who has had a fascinating, interesting life. He's truly an American legend. Pete Rose, all-time hit leader in baseball.
You know, I wanted to be an athlete when I was a kid. You probably know this.
What was your sport?
If you read, I played all the sport. I'm sure you read my book, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was the name of the book? What was it?
Why would you hiss? Why? What did I hiss? And what was the name of the book? Gets hissed? What, you know, it says, whoa, it's tough out there. Show business. You know, it would be so nice if you weren't here. Was the name of the book? Was the name of the book? Honestly, was the name of the book. And I wanted to be an athlete, and all the stuff that Pete Rose could do, I couldn't.
Right.
You know, I could be there enough that Pete could run over me.
Sure.
I was the guy Pete ran over. I was the guy that lost.
Right.
You know. So when I see him backstage in the green room, Charles Grodin, Pete Rose, hey, how you doing? He takes, hand, and I see he's like twice my bulk, right away. And he puts it, hey, you're a good friend of Phil Donahue. Like a real, hey, I know who your friend is. Like tough. I like him.
And did he run over you or offer to run over you?
Yeah, he was late tonight. He came running down into the green room and ran over me. Yeah. I had a tie on earlier.
Now, is there anything else we got to cover here? I mean,
no, I think people should. I said to David during the commercial, thank you. I said, you know, quite honestly, 70% of the audience out there really thinks we dislike each other. Right. And that this is very rude and unpleasant and uncomfortable and everything, and 30% thinks it's funny. And I said, you know, I basically have to go with the 30%. That's it. That's it. And with all due respect to the 70%, you know, if you're up this late, go our way.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about rude. I don't think that it's rude, and I don't believe for a second you're really angry. But I will agree with that 70% that it is uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, like if you have 6 seconds left and if you make the field goal, you win the Super Bowl, and if you don't, you lose it. It's very uncomfortable, but it's more interesting that if I came out here and I said, you know, David, my new picture is coming out in March, and we had a great time making it, and I really look forward to see what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens. And that's why, and I hope I don't offend your other guests when I say
I'm sorry,
this. That's
Shelley,
why.
but it's time to go.
That's why I get paid a little bit extra than the other guests. No offense to any of the other guests. Just because of that, like, touchdown, that end of the game pressure,
right.
I get a little, not that much
a
more,
little
just,
bonus.
you know.
A little thing we've worked out with you and
I get in thousands.
Mr. Schultz.
No offense. Good luck to all of you.
All right, let's see here. Okay, we mentioned the two movies. Everything's cleared up, and Charles, have a lovely weekend.
I'll see you next
Thank you very much for being here. Charles Grodin, we'll be right back, kids.
Let me talk to you about your legendary appearances on the mainstream talk shows. The night that you came on with my friend David Letterman with a fake attorney, an actor playing a lawyer. What was that all about?
He had Dabney, Coleman, and Burnett, and I think somebody else, all in a period of 1 week, taking shots at me as jokes, just as jokes.
Right.
I forget, there was a third person in there. Oh, Marilu Henner. So, what's he like to work with? And Marilu said, I had done something with Marilu, and said, what's he like? He said, oh, he's wonderful. I hear he's really, and he just started attacking me. I hear he's this, and I hear, he was joking, and I knew it. So I called up the producer, Bob Morton, I guess at that time, and I said, I want to come on with an attorney and threaten a suit with him. And the bit is, Joey Faye was known for this, the great...
Oh, sure. I remember Joey Faye with great fondness, yeah.
Old vaudevillian. And Joey had a thing he did where he could do an incredible fake sneeze. And so what he did is I introduced my attorney. I said, this is serious stuff. We showed the clips of David attacking me, of Dabney, Coleman attacking me, and all these attacking. And I said, you know, and my attorney leans in to, like, advise me, to whisper in my ear like you're at the hearings table. And I lean my ear into him to hear what he's going to say, and he sneezes all over me. And I leap up, oh, for gosh, you know, what the, you know. And then he asked for a glass of water, and then it was just a whole big mess, and I stormed off, and Joey Faye looks at Letterman and says, you're right, he is difficult.
Great idea.
You know, he's got the little dwarf things, the little...
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
like a multi-million-dollar deal.
I miss working with him.
Yeah.
I adore him.
Very funny guy, very nice man.
Nice man, and
yeah.
you never knew what he was going to do from one show to the next.
That was part of the appeal of that show. I think
Absolutely.
people saw you folks having fun.
That's
and
right.
Yeah. Now, was that, again, real fun or just TV fun?
Oh, that was real fun.
Yeah.
This is...
You know who was here a couple of weeks ago, and we had all kind of trouble with him?
Who's that?
A very nice guy, and a man for whom I have the highest regard as an actor and really a decent fellow, Charles Grodin.
Chuck, yeah.
Now, the two of you at one point joined a club, started a club.
Chuck asked me out to dinner once, and I thought he was putting me on, but because I'm a friendly person, he said, why don't we start a club about being friendly? And I said, well, how do we do this, and why? And he said, because most people are impolite to one another.
Right.
When you go out to a restaurant, very few times does somebody actually look at the person waiting on them and thank them for the cup of coffee. And or when you go to the market, or when you go to a department store, that you actually say, that's a very nice jacket you're wearing, or how do you get your hair that, so that you should be polite to people and nice and not rude. And so we went on various talk shows, and we started Club Friendly. And it kind of worked for about a week. We got a lot of letters, and Chuck's mother was answering all this mail from all over the country, and it was a bit cutesy, but he is quite a friendly person. I understand he doesn't behave that way sometimes.
No, we have trouble with Chuck.
On talk shows.
And we have trouble with him, you know, because he's psychotic.
That could present a little bit of a trouble.
He's not as friendly with us as he might have been with you.
He was terribly friendly with me.
But was that a joke, or was that...
No, he really means it.
Oh, no,
Yes,
no.
he does, Dave.
He doesn't. No,
Yes, he does.
No, this guy would die if a stranger touched him.
Yeah, but he'd be friendly as he was doing it.
26 shows. I think just jealousy. I don't think that those guys... I'm talking about the NBC people now.
Yeah.
I don't think they like to see anybody do real well.
That's an interesting philosophy.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Brandon Tartikoff is the guy mostly responsible for that.
Yeah, well, he's left the network.
He was a baseball fan.
Yeah. And do you have films in the works? You're always in great movies with great casts?
No,
great
isn't true.
co-stars?
That isn't true at all.
Yeah.
No, But I've got a couple coming out. Clifford is one, and Pay Dirt is another one.
Pay Dirt with who is in that?
Christmas. Pay Dirt is me.
Yeah.
And Judith Ivey.
Yeah.
Who's doing a Broadway show.
And Clifford, why is this ringing a bell? I should know something
Chuck
about
Grodin.
Oh, that's right.
That pain in the ass probably told you about it.
He's a very nice man.
Oh, God.
And I think the two of you...
He's nice if you talk about him, but if you get off of him for a second, whoa, he resents that. He takes that personally.
But I get the sense that the two of you would be a great combination.
Well, he thinks so, too. I don't. But, no, he's a good guy. He's a good friend of mine.
All right. You know, Dabney... On the program tonight, we got another great show. Last night we had a great show. Tonight will be another great show. Charles Grodin is here. We're not sure what this is all about. Nancy Griffith is here. Right. She's terrific. Yeah. She's like the best, you know?
Every time she's on, it's terrific.
Yeah, has a great new album as well. From Great Britain, Jonathan Ross is here.
Right. Talented chap.
I have kind of a head cold, excuse me. And we have a very nice woman who is, I think, competed in her 6th marathon on Sunday. This lady is 80 years old, and she finished the race in, how long? Oh, here we go again. How long, Morty? Like 6 hours? And yeah, you can fly to Los Angeles in 6 hours. And then this woman was out there running all day.
80 years old.
Well, no, I'm saying that's an unbelievable...
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm saying. And also, as a bonus, and you won't find this listed in any kind of programming guide, your TV guide, your regional publications, your cable listings. Tonight, we're going to do our best as a complete surprise to get everybody in our studio audience, and myself and the boys in the band and some of the crew, a clam.
A clam in every, that's your motto tonight, right? A clam.
Get everybody a clam for every member, yeah. But it'd be interesting to see if this restaurant and bar down there has 200 clams laying around they can fry up and send in.
Interesting, yeah.
Last week, certain remarks were made on this program regarding our first guest. Because of our usually good relationship with this man, Mr. Grodin, we have decided to invite him back here tonight to discuss this with us. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Charles Grodin. Charles! Charles, welcome to the show. I understand...
You keep saying you don't know why I'm here, but you do know why I'm here.
What is it?
I mean, last week on 2 separate nights, one with Carol Burnett, another with Dabney Coleman, I was really libeled on the show.
Oh, how so?
Well, I mean, certain things were allowed to go out on the air that were said about me. You said certain things, and Dabney Coleman said certain things, and they were allowed to go out on the air.
But it's just a joke, and well, I can't... Are you serious about this?
I don't think it's a joke.
You're really actually serious?
Yeah, I don't think it's a joke, and I think when the audience sees the tape of the previous shows, they will see that it's not that clearly a joke, and I don't think it is a joke. In fact, I've brought with me tonight my attorney, who's going to sit here with me, and so Neil Freymans is my attorney, and I'd like to bring him. Neil? Neil?
Neil, nice to see you. How are you? I get it. You boys are here for the clams.
We're not really here for clams. Neil is the senior partner of Freymans and Llewellyn. And why don't you show the audience what I saw last Wednesday and Friday night on the show?
I have not seen the videotape.
Well, but you were here when it happened.
Yes, I was here, but I don't know. I understand Hal and our producer have put this together, and Chuck will tell us. I guess this is 2 separate occasions.
It's
Carol Burnett and Dabney Coleman.
This is actually what happened last week
on
the show.
I don't think that this is actionable, but go ahead, Hal. Roll that videotape if you have it. You know who was here a couple of weeks ago, and we had all kind of trouble with him?
Who's that?
A very nice guy, and a man for whom I have the highest regard as an actor and really a decent fellow, Charles Grodin.
Chuck, yeah. He is quite a friendly person. I understand he doesn't behave that way sometimes.
No, we have trouble with Chuck.
On talk shows.
And we have trouble with him, you know, because he's psychotic. Why is this ringing a bell? I should know something
Chuck
about
Grodin.
Oh, that's right.
That pain in the ass probably told you about it.
He's a very nice man.
Oh, God.
And I think the two of you...
He's nice if you talk about him, but if you get off of him for a second, whoa, he resents that. He takes that personally.
But I get the sense that the two of you would be a great combination.
Well, he thinks so, too. I don't.
Okay, so...
And not only that, but there was more than that. Yeah. There was more than that.
What is the other part of this?
Well, I mean, you also said that I would die if anyone ever touched me. Let me ask you something.
It's just
Let me ask you. So yeah, it's just a joke, right? It doesn't look like a joke. I'll tell you the truth. You say I would die if anyone touched me. Are you married? No, I am married. Yeah. Do you have any children? No. I have 2 children. Right. You get massages? No. I get massages regularly. I get massages regularly.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Are you chewing gum?
What is it? Is
I
it trouble?
thought he would like a glass of water.
Oh, yeah. We have some water here.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Listen, I enjoy your show.
All right. Sit down. And
thank you.
Also,
pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you. You also.
You want me to freshen that up for you?
No.
Okay. You also talked about the friendly movement that Carol and I started, and you said that you thought it was a joke.
I did. I think it's a joke.
You couldn't believe that somebody like me would be out there saying that people should be
more friendly. Yes.
You really did think that was a joke.
I still think it's a joke. Yeah.
It was not.
There you go.
Now this is ridiculous. You don't get an attorney from the Yellow Pages. I don't get one anyway. I don't. This is not right. Look, I tell you what. This is serious to me. This guy is. Look, I'm sorry. I mean, we're not going to handle this tonight. We'll handle it in court. I mean, you're friendly with him. You sit with him. I don't want to sit with him. Forget about it.
Charles. Oh, now Charles. No. Oh. Geez, that's kind of ugly.
You know, he is psychotic.
I think you may be right. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, anything can happen on clam night. We'll do a commercial, and we'll be right back here. Oh, good. Nancy Griffith will be on. Hi there. Welcome back to the show. Nice of Charles to drop by and do a little something from his theater workshop. A little comedy skit they've been working on there at the old schoolhouse. We videotape, we go out on the streets of New York, we take some videotape, we bring it in here, we edit it up, and we put a little quiz to it.
Add a quiz.
We've done it a million times. In an odd way, it's always a pleasure when our next guest visits us. He has a brand new film. It's entitled Beethoven, which opens on April 3rd, and his newest play, entitled One of the All-Time Greats, opens in New York on April 16th. And, my goodness, look at this. This is his latest book, How I Get Through Life. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very versatile Mr. Charles Grodin. Charles!
First of all,
nice to see you.
Earlier, Earlier, when you announced that I was here, you referred to me as a very nice guy.
Very nice man, yeah.
I really resent that. You know.
Well, I'm sorry. I had that feeling that inside you're a really very caring, personable man.
Deep inside, not here. Because if you're a nice guy here, you know, you'll eat them up the way you do the nice people that come out here. So I have no intention of being a nice guy out here with you.
No, I'm nothing if not courteous and well-mannered.
Well, you're trying to set me up to be a nice guy, but I'm not going to be a nice guy.
Okay.
I'm going to be an appropriate guest for you.
Oh, okay.
Confusing.
It was confusing, yeah. And I think it kind of hurt my feelings there.
Yeah.
Let's just go on anyway.
But why did you call me a nice guy? Do you get mail that says I'm not a nice guy? Because I hear it all the time.
Really, that you're not a nice man?
I hear that like, wow, that guy's really a creep. I get that from appearances, people like you.
Oh, sure, we hear that too.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about you're very busy. You have like 3 things going. You have the movie, you have the play, and you have the book. It's unbelievable. You're doing 3 different things at once.
That bother you? No, because you've got one thing.
No, well, no, it doesn't bother me.
Really?
I have my hands full here.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, well, I've got 3.
Yeah, well, good for you. And you also have the, now this is exciting. You told us about this, I think 1 or 2 times ago when you were here, feature film, You and the Dog. Now, do you get along well with dogs? The dog was your co-star, right?
First, I should say that this movie, Beethoven, is probably going to be the most wonderful movie of the year for families.
Really?
For families.
Oh,
Not for people like you, for families.
You know, I have a family.
Where?
It's not like I was dropped off at the side of the road years had to hitchhike into town. No, I have a family.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's hard to believe. Now this is it's a wonderful movie, and this movie actually tested in all its surveys higher than Ghostbusters.
Wow.
Twins, Kindergarten Cop.
People love the film.
People love the film.
Yeah,
It's
they
produced
love you.
It's produced by Ivan Reitman.
Ivan Reitman,
who produced all these
Very
movies.
successful.
And,
does a lot of really good comedies.
and this is the top movie that he's ever
Wow.
produced.
So it's going to be a blockbuster.
That's right.
Yeah. Now it's You and the Dog. How, do you have a pet of your own? Do you have a dog of your own at home?
No.
Do you get along well with dogs? Did you get along well with this dog? Do you like dogs?
You know, I read in the paper the other day that I hate dogs. I don't hate dogs.
That was in the paper, was it?
Yeah, I was in USA Today that I hate dogs.
Page 1 of the Times, I thought. I'm sorry. I'm just doing what I can here.
I remember petting a dog New Year's Eve.
Well, there you go.
So to say that I hate dogs, this particular dog. Beginning of the end.
I don't know what that is. There's stuff dropping out of the ceiling.
This particular dog I did have a problem with.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a Saint Bernard.
Oh, those are great animals.
And contractually, he will actually come out here later because contractually we're obligated. He has to appear on certain shows. You know, it's really ridiculous.
What do you mean certain shows?
Contractually, I am on certain shows.
Certain shows.
He is brought out as though he's going to, Anyway, he's gonna. But at the beginning, his trainer Carl Miller told me not to establish a relationship with the dog because the dog That's right. What? You're a dog expert?
Well, no, I know. No, but I possess a certain degree of common sense, and if you're going to work with this animal for 4 or 5 months, you can't become the dog's best friend because he has to rely on his trainer. That's all. It didn't make sense to anybody.
Could have been a dog trainer instead of this.
Well, tonight it's pretty much the same thing.
Don't date your cousin.
Yeah, suddenly it's wrestling. Thank you. We'll bring Vince McMahon out in a minute.
Anyway, so we start off right away. We have a strained relationship because the trainer says don't speak to him, don't have a relationship with him. It never enters my mind because it's a dog that just can be any offense taken because I don't speak to him, but there was.
Yeah.
He noticed I didn't speak to him.
Yeah, dogs are very, very savvy. Very perceptive.
Then he notices that I have this huge motorhome, and he's in a cage. and his cage looks at my motorhome. So when I go in, he's like watching me go into this thing that has compartments and slide. Sure. It's like a 2-bedroom apartment.
Right.
Then I've got a satellite dish. I truly do. Where they bring in the Met games in L.A. And the technicians are up there.
I don't know. Just keep going. I don't know what it is.
And the dog growls.
Yeah.
When they see the technicians adjust the,
sure.
the satellite.
Yeah. Well, he's heard those creep stories.
Then they give a what's a creep story?
Oh, people calling you a creep.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. It's all right if I say that. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Then they have a screening of the movie, and the movie is this tremendous success, and now they're talking about a sequel, and we're going to have to work together again. So we have a meeting at Universal, and the dog, who really, frankly, hates my guts, the same way I feel about him, sneezes all over my thing.
Yeah. Ooh, messy.
So we don't have a good relationship.
Not a good relationship at all.
But we have to show a film clip, and this is a scene.
All right, we have that right now.
We have a scene where Paul, you'll be particularly interested in this. I'm in bed with my wife. She says, I think there's somebody's, the TV is on. It actually was the dog sitting on the remote control. Bear with me, it's almost over. And I get out of bed to see if what's the TV on. I come back to bed without realizing my wife has gone to check on the kids. In the meantime, the dog has come upstairs and gotten into bed where my wife was. That's the scene.
Okay, all right, here we go. Charles Grodin and Beethoven from the film of the same name. Watch closely. There you go. Well, see. Sure. He comes out now. Bring him out here now. Coming up. Beethoven. Will he come out?
Beethoven.
Yeah, look. Wow. My goodness. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hey, hi. How are you? Nice. Come here, buddy. Come here. Charles, come on over and say hello to your old friend Beethoven. Come on. Beethoven. Now, say hello to the dog there.
Come here, Beethoven.
Come on, buddy. Turn around.
Come here.
Come on, turn around.
Come here. Come here. Come over here.
I don't think he's even seen you before, Charles. Now just...
Come here. Come here.
There you go.
Oh, God. Look at that. Oh, come on. You got a towel? Give me a towel.
He's a very good boy. A very good dog. We'll do a commercial here, and we'll come back with Charles Grodin. Here. Bill Hicks will be out momentarily. You know anything about ham radio operators? Ham radio, you know what that is?
No.
Well, it's a radio, and with the radio device, people can communicate all around the world. And we have a little girl, she's 6 years old, from Long Beach, California. She's the youngest licensed ham radio operator in the world.
Good.
Yeah. And she brought a ham radio here, and we're going to contact people all over the tri-state area.
I'll stay up and watch.
Well, that'll be good. Let's talk about the book, Charles Grodin, How I Get Through Life. It's a wise and witty guide. Now, is there any reason for me to read this book? Is this the kind of thing I need to read?
Well, there is a chapter in there on unconscious hostility.
Uh-huh.
Look in the chapter.
I'll look in the index here.
And
yeah.
read the first sentence in there. I think would apply to you. Unconscious hostility.
Well, there's a lot of chapters. Good Lord. Give me
there's 80 chapters.
80 chapters?
Yeah, they're short.
Oh, well.
They're short. The first line...
Right here, unconscious hostility.
All right, well, you read.
I'm going to look it up. 339.
339.
Mm-hmm. Paul, I'm riffling. How about some riffling music?
I looked through the book, and I thought, what would apply to you?
Well, it's getting good reviews. Somebody referred to you as a Zen master, as the author of this work. Well, what the hell does that mean?
Thank you very much.
Well, no. What does it mean? Here, unconscious hostility.
What's it say at the beginning?
All right, it says, I think you can measure the degree of your unconscious hostility by the amount of times you find yourself saying, I'm only kidding. It's something Thank you very much. Now, you go on here to claim that you have fallen prey to this yourself. It's something I've had to get on top of over the years, and a lot of people who work in comedy never do or care to.
Like yourself.
Well, I don't even know what that means.
It means that you're anything for a joke, and you don't care if you hurt people's feelings.
Oh, that's where the Zen comes in, I guess.
No, the Zen stuff is. I'll give you something Zen. This isn't in the book, but tapping into my Zen thing here. When would a talk show host not be a talk show host? When his name is David Letterman.
Oh, well, see, now that's...
Now, I'll tell you why I say that.
There's nothing zen about that. That's just like a cheap insult.
Well, it's a cheap insult as well as zen.
Well, now I feel better now.
I actually took some time out this afternoon to look up the word host.
Host?
In the dictionary. and it said...
Kind of a full project for you all afternoon, huh?
And it said somebody who welcomes and entertains a guest.
Right. Well, I'm trying to be welcoming tonight. I don't know that I've been entertaining, but I've tried to be welcoming.
Actually, you are a host.
Yeah, and you had your little doggy out here.
You are a host. You know. Sunday night at 7:30, I'm at the Y on 92nd Street with Charlie Rose.
Oh, he does a nice job. Yeah, he's very good. Sure, he's got that public TV show.
And I just felt like I needed 4 things tonight. Just before I left, I had to give you a 4th.
Oh, that's what you're doing. When you leave here, that's where you're going?
No. I'm leaving here. I'm going to a big party for Beethoven and a premiere.
$17 for the book. It's called How I Get Through Life, and the film is opening now.
It opens April 3rd. There's a sneak preview Friday night and Saturday afternoon, and for families
to
take children.
I'd love to attend.
Excuse me one second. It's for families that want to take children. It's the best movie of the year.
All right. It's called Beethoven, and it's with our friend Charles Grodin. And good luck. I hope it's a huge hit for you, Charles. Charles Grodin. We'll be right back. All right, let's bring out Charles Grodin. Charles hasn't been here in quite a while. We're always delighted when he drops by. He, of course, was the star of one of the huge movies of the summer, Beethoven. Did you get a chance to see it, Paul?
Yes, not only that, but me and the band did the title song for the movie Beethoven.
Now, you're kidding me.
We actually did. No, we
really?
did. We did. Chuck Grodin comes on about 4, 5, 7 times, never says one thing about it, but we did, absolutely.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm happy to know this. And so you must have made a lot of money off this.
Didn't make a thing, but we made a few dollars. But
you know, if I had known this, there would have been no reason to schedule Mr. Grodin tonight. We could have just chatted with you.
We could have talked about Beethoven, and that's true. It's not too late.
He also published a best-selling book and produced a play. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Warmth and Understanding, Charles Grodin.
I never mentioned that you did that in Beethoven because I tried to do that. I wanted to do it.
You wanted this title song.
I wanted to write the and conduct the band. I'm not able to do it, but I wanted it.
You're not a musician.
No, I'm not.
You're not a composer.
No, I'm not.
Yet you wanted to do the title song.
I wanted it.
And you never got over it when I got
That's
to do
exactly
it.
why I haven't mentioned it.
I understand.
But I thought you did a good job.
Well, thank you, and you did a great job.
Oh, wow! Chuck, how are you?
I don't know. Let's see.
Welcome to the program. Congratulations. Now, we were making fun of your little dog movie in the spring. Because it looked to me like it was just going to be another one of those little movies where it's the dog. You find the dog and you fall in love with the dog runs away or is kidnapped or gets lost. You chase down the dog, you find the dog, you bring him home, and everybody lives happily ever after.
That's what it is.
The plots are a dime a dozen. And nobody really thought that this movie would amount to much at all, but it's a huge money-making film, and you know why I think that is? Because of you. I think people like you. I think people are interested to see you on the big screen, and you're selling tickets. It's all up to you.
I agree with you. I think so. We have a bit of a problem now because you know we are negotiating for a sequel, and the studio is taking the position that the dog also is important to the picture. It's an unusual situation. Beethoven is actually a dog actor.
A big, huge German
Saint
Shepherd.
Bernard.
Saint Bernard.
Yeah, most of the dogs in movies, Lassie, Rin Tin Tin, whatever, are dogs with trainers, and they actually use 6, 7 dogs in these things. Beethoven is one of the only actual dog actors. He's not with a trainer. He's an actual actor. He's studied acting. He's appeared in summer theaters. He's been on television. So you can't just, you have to have him. You have to have him. You can't just get some other St. Bernard.
This brings up a question that I've wondered about for a long, long time, and I heard this years ago from somebody that Lassie, in some of those films, was not actually a lassie, but like a dwarf pony, that they were using like a... Is there...
They use all kinds of stuff for Lassie.
I had heard that,
But there are some animals at Beethoven. Mike the dog. I studied with Mike the dog with Lee Strasberg. When I was just finishing, he was coming in.
So actual theater students.
Oh, these are actual dogs.
I didn't realize that.
Bambi was there for a while, Thumper. They just sit in on the clay. They don't do scenes or anything, but they just get an understanding.
Oh, they don't do scenes.
No, they don't. But when they do a movie, as in Beethoven,
it'd be nice to see them do a scene, though.
You don't get a trainer that says, "Okay, leap over." The director will go to Beethoven and say, "The little girl is drowning in a pool. What would you do?"
Exactly.
You know? And Beethoven does what he is. So he is essential to the picture, and he wants a fortune for the sequel.
Well, he's worth every penny of it, and you are as well, because the sequel is going to do huge business. Now, what would the story be of the second Beethoven?
It really doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I guess not.
I mean, I haven't. We're negotiating right now. I have no idea. It could take place in Mars. Doesn't really matter.
Now, what was it? The first one is you.
No, it'll be good, is what I mean, because Ivan Reitman is the producer. You know who that is. And he makes a lot of, Ghostbusters, Meatball Stripes, Kindergarten Car, the
Close
Dawn with the
Encounters
Wind,
of the Third Kind.
And it'll be great.
But the story was you and the family go away on vacation and leave Beethoven inadvertently, accidentally, lock him up in the house and take off. And then burglars try to get him.
That originally was the story.
That
originally was the story, and then of course we couldn't really do that. We had to do something else, and then we were going to lose him in New York, but that evidently is Home Alone too.
But
so
we're kidding around here a lot, but it turned out to be a great movie. Kids loved it, families loved it, and it made you a rich, wealthy man.
It really did, David. It's funny, somebody called me up today, a friend of mine, Herbie Kaplan in Pittsburgh, and he said, "Did you see what USA Today said about you?" I said, "Good or bad?" He said, "Bad." I said, "Why are you telling me?" So he reads me, he says, "This guy was the star of the comedy of the 70s, the masterpiece," this is what he says, "the masterpiece comedy of the 70s, The Heartbreak Kid."
Oh, yeah,
and now here he is,
movie.
20 years, I'm talking, Dave, please. 20 years later, he's doing a thing about dog drool on a shoe, But there's a lot more behind that story.
Absolutely, and it's just one.
It's a phenomenal picture.
It's just another piece of your huge, vast body of work. It doesn't mean anything. You do movies, you do one movie, you do another movie, you just keep going.
That's
you keep evolving, you keep changing. You're a work in progress.
That's right.
Do me a favor, when we do the commercial, I want you to button that top up again. Now you look like you look like you need a drink or something. I don't know. Just button that up, and there you go. That's good. Okay. We're gonna do a commercial. Yeah! We'll be right back. I know. It was an analysis, kind of an objective observation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Once you know
Charles Grodin is here, ladies and gentlemen. Gin Blossoms will be out later. What is the song Gin Blossoms will be doing, Paul?
Oh, they're doing a great new song.
The name of which is?
Fabulous. What is it? Oh, Hey Jealousy.
Hey Jealousy.
Hey
yes.
Jealousy.
It's on their new CD. It's a great song. Stick around. Do yourself a favor. You're going to enjoy this song.
I wanted to record that.
Yeah. Well, maybe do a cover. Who else? Who am I leaving out on the show this evening? Did I get everybody? Oh, Lizette Anthony. Yes. Oh, now have you worked with this woman? Lovely actress. She's in the new Woody Allen film.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Wives and Husbands and Wives.
I've never been in a Woody Allen film. So
haven't you really? Weren't you in Annie Hall? Weren't you like his... Oh, it was Tony Roberts. I'm sorry. Tony Roberts is good, though.
I talked to Tony Roberts before I came over here. He directed my play that was a success.
Give him my best.
I will.
Give him my love. All right. Politics. We're right in the middle of it now. Ross Perot in, out, back in. What the hell's going on?
Did he leave, did he walk off the press conference the other day?
I don't know.
I heard he was out there, making his announcement, taking questions, then he walked off, and somebody else took the questions, then he walked back on.
Oh, an advisor. No,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Don't you get a feeling like the guy's going to leave and then come back? I don't mean quit, but just get offended, walk out, come back in. All right, I'm here. It was a mistake to walk out, but now I'm here. I think he's for a stronger America, better education, less taxes, less spending, take care of the old people, take care of the young people, better school, get rid of crime, let's be strong militarily, make life easier, don't have the politicians lie. Yeah, I think he's on to something.
Maria Shriver was here last night. We were having pretty much the same discussion, and we both agreed that pretty much what you said is kind of what he is saying now, and we were more inclined to believe it during his first attempt at office. Now, when he dropped out, now we're kind of thinking, well, no, we've seen this.
I mean, I didn't memorize what I just said. A lot of people could just make that up and say what everybody would like to hear. A stronger America, less crime. It's not that hard.
It's rhetoric.
It's rhetoric, but then you have to say specifically, and when you get the specifics, of course, nobody wants you.
Right, but with or without that notwithstanding, I'm saying that I think his position is watered down because he showed up.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I know. Well, one of my jobs as a host, Charles...
You know what he did to me? You know what he did to me during the commercial? You know what he did to me in the commercial? He said he heard me attacking him on the Tom Snyder show. And I said, I meant for you to hear me. And I said, what was the worst thing I said about you? And he said, you said that I wasn't a host.
That's right.
And I said, well, you're not a host. And he says, well, I know I'm not a host. He's a guy, he's sitting back here, he's like a sardonic comedian. He's not a host. He's basically saying, how are you? And then he's waiting for me to answer so he can attack me. That's not a host. But that's not even I don't even mean that. He knows I don't even mean that as a criticism.
Let me ask you a question.
That's not even a criticism, but you shouldn't come out as though you're a host.
Let me ask you a question, Charles.
I mean, I'm not coming out as though you're a host.
If I'm not the host, then how come I'm sitting at the host desk?
You talked your way into the thing. You're very good at it. That doesn't matter.
No, you didn't say that part of it on the radio.
Of course you're very good. I've been here about 20. I've made $6,000 because you're good at it, because you've asked me to come here, You're excellent at it. I'm just saying you're not a host. You're a sardonic comedian. And some poor people come out here and actually believe you're a host, and they want to answer you, well, I had a very good time on that movie, and it was a lot of fun to work on it, and suddenly they realize like you're throwing things through the window as they're talking. I'm just saying you can't relate to you as a host.
And a lot of people believe you're a guest. But
I'm not a guest. I'm a professional entertainer. I've memorized everything I've said here coming in the car.
You're a shill. That's what you are.
I know all that. What do you mean I'm a shill? I'm not selling anything. You're the one making money here tonight, not me.
Well, no. I happen to know that the little Beethoven the dog film is going to be available in home video cassettes, and they're not giving those away.
Well, I didn't say it. You just said it. I could have come out and said, ladies and gentlemen, the Beethoven cassette is now released all around the country. 4.5 million have been shipped.
What do they go
for?
Say How much do they go for?
$24.95. I just want to say, before we go, that I believe that Bush and Clinton did everything that they've been accused of doing. I think that Bush knew about Iran-Contra. I think that he had an affair with somebody. I think Clinton had many affairs. I think Clinton did try to get out of the drip. I believe that they did it all. I believe that they did everything. But I'm going to be governed by what Dan Quayle quite seriously said, and he said, if there's going to be a Democratic Congress, then vote for Governor Clinton, because you don't want opposite parties. That's what we've been doing for 8 years. So I'm going to take Vice President Quayle's advice.
You're a courageous man. You know, I so enjoy your visits here with us on the program. And what? Oh, you're not going anywhere. Can you hang around? Can you hang around? What's happening? Ah, the place is bedlam. We're very confused here. Stay where you are, Charles. We'll try and get this ironed out. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Schaefer and the band, ladies and gentlemen. Beds are burning midnight oil or something.
That is correct.
Australian band, eh?
You are correct, sir.
Thank you very much. Charles Grodin is here, but actually we're just now getting ready to say goodbye, bid adieu,
Let me ask
farewell,
you something.
au revoir.
It's been like
A little bit
5
later, the
minutes.
gin blossoms
Excuse
will
me a
be-
minute.
I'm sorry,
Hold
what?
on a minute. I got something more.
Sorry.
I've been sitting here for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's freezing out here. I've
it's very
got
comfortable.
another taping I'm doing later with
What
Bob
is-
Costas.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not like I have nowhere to go, and now you've kept me here, and all you're going to do is say, we want to say goodbye. Well, you could just say goodbye, thanks for coming.
Because that's the kind of thing a host would do.
That's right, you're right.
I'm functioning now
Right,
as a
good.
host. If I were not a host, we would have just made some kind of edit. There would be a huge glitch in the video picture, and you'd be gone.
Yeah. So now you want to torture people off the air as well as on the air.
I don't even
Keeps me
understand
sitting
that
here.
remark.
It's crazy.
No.
My feet are cold, everything.
Well, perhaps that's a circulation problem, and
They're not cold on Jay Leno's.
you chat with you chat.
That's a host.
You chat about your health problems anywhere else you like. Let's see. Richard Simmons will be here Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Musical group Squeeze. And
Ed McMahon out of me suddenly. Now I'm mad. Oh, who's coming on Monday? I love Squeeze. I look forward to them.
We'll,
look forward to them coming on.
We'll have a clerk come over and help you look at some new shoes. Perhaps that'll help your circulation problem. We have to pause now, however, and station identification? No, commercial. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.